Hello, today I am going to be showing you how to make a cupcake base mold out of a toothpaste cover for your American Girl doll. What you will need is one toothpaste cap, powder, a knife, pliers of any sort, these are wire cutters, and non-bakeable like oil clay. So what you do is take a small amount of your oil clay and stick it in the hole at the top, like this. Cut off any excess, which I have already done like this. Okay, so now that this is ready, you don't want your polymer clay, which is going to be baked, which would be the mold. You don't want the oil clay to stick inside of it. So you're going to take your powder and just make sure it's level and stick some powder on. One moment. Stick some powder on and rub it around. Blow off any excess so it looks a pale color like this now with your powder. And you can use any type of powder, body powder, baby powder, even flour or cornstarch. I don't recommend that though. No cornstarch. Cornstarch may work, but I just don't recommend it. Now that you have your oil clay inside of the top of your toothpaste cap, and you have the powder on, you're going to take some scrap clay, in which I don't have any because I used it for a basket tutorial. I am going to be using this shimmery blue clay. I am just going to prep it to be ready and work it in my hands. And if you are new with polymer clay, you should know you should always wash your hands before and after using polymer clay, because you don't want anything transferred from different colors of clay. But henceforth, it doesn't really matter the color or what it looks like unless you're really picky about presentation. So I didn't wash my hands, but you always should wash your hands after because it leaves oily residue on your hands. So I've just been working this clay, and now you've got a workable piece of clay in your hands. You're going to roll it into a ball, and it doesn't need to be a perfect ball. Just try to make it as round as possible. Now this is my ball, and what I'm going to do is just round out any edges like this. There. Now, what I'm going to do is place it on top of my toothpaste cap evenly like this, so I don't see any orange, but I do on this side. So, what I'm going to do is press down, and it will be like a mushroom. Now, as you see, it's not even, so just take your finger. Okay. Oh, where did that thing go? There it is. One moment, please. So what? Way behind my set. My goodness. All is well. I have it. Okay. So let's try this again. Since it fell, I'm going to take a little bit more powder and just rub it on, and it's all good again. Again, just push it down. I really don't mind about presentation. I'm just going to be using this for a mold. And of course you can buy this at the store, but this is much easier. So, now that you have it on, it doesn't really matter how round the edges are, but if you're that type of person, just go ahead and round out the edges like I am. Just hold it like this. And I'm rolling around, and now I have it just the way I want it. Now, you have this imprint. And if you want that shallow little thing to be your cupcake mold, that is perfect for you. But I want it to be this whole thing so it can be a larger cupcake. So, now that all the powder has rubbed off, you are again just going to apply a thin layer of powder on top of your oil clay. And maybe possibly more this time because you don't want it to stick because that will mess up the whole thing. And make sure your oil clay is non-bakeable. I mean, because powder generally stains clay, so you don't want to mess up your clay, but I don't mind because I'm using this. And pardon, somebody's at the door, preferably my grandmother. Yep, and it's going to be loud, so pardon this. I'm sorry, guys. Now, I am going to try to make this as even as possible. Even Steven, right? Try to level it as much as possible. Again, I apologize for all the noise. Now, I think this is as thick as I want it, or as high, in other words. Now I'm just rolling it, and simply take the cap out, and you have the mold. So, bake this, and it's ready to go. Thanks for watching, guys. Goodbye.